and welcome to number 3 in the 2018 exam marker video diary. I'm Katie Price, and today I want to share with you some outcomes from our marker refocusing session this morning. So this is day 2. Yesterday we had the 4 hours of training for 4 questions, which I'm saying that in a way I'm not complaining. I think it's great. There's just so much to all of this, and I get to share so much of it with you. So let's dive in, because this is where, as markers, we have had the training, we've marked some real papers in the real marking hall, and we have this session in the morning, the next morning today, to ask any questions and go through things that have sort of come up in real life and go, okay, look, I'm finding some responses like this, how would I mark this, etc., etc. One of the things that came up is essentially what I would say the level of detail that students need to go into when they are writing an analysis. So in item 11 on the paper, it asks students to show how the writing portrays a character to be authoritative. So this is analytical, and this could be in any novel, movie, extract, source, and students have to show how something has an impact on the reader or the audience. So this is how your team could use it for any type of question like that. 2 things I want to make really clear. Number 1 is they have to say how that has that impact. So it's not enough just to give the evidence or to say that, you know, this is an example of them doing that. They have to say then, using that example, how does that mean that the reader feels a certain way? Or how does it give that impression of that characteristic on the audience? They have to be very precise. Likewise, they have to be able to show that they understand what that word or that characteristic kind of means or really entails. So it's not enough just to say, you know, when he says this, it shows that the character is being authoritative. They need to use a different word, maybe like controlling, for example, or has control or power over a situation. What this came down to is 2 words or 2 sets of words. So can you see at the grade A level, it says in the analysis, it says makes clear and makes clear for the 2 parts of that question. Whereas, as we drop down to the B grade, one of those options says comments on or provides suitable commentary based on a piece of evidence. So that's the difference between making clear and just commenting on, is making sure that all of those parts are present. The stating how it has that impact and what that impact is, and showing an understanding of the word or the vocabulary that is being used and the characteristic that is being portrayed. In terms of making a judgment, here's what this came down to. They said if the marker has to read anything into it or has to fill in any gaps, you know that it's being commented upon. If it is clear, it means we don't need to do any filling in. We know exactly what they're saying. They are clearly showing that they know what that word means, and they are able to relate the key word or the characteristic and the evidence, and filling all of the gaps in between. There's actually quite a lot in terms of vocabulary and understanding certain wording in this paper, so I'm sure that I'm going to have another video a little bit more on that for you as well. I've got a few more notes and things that I want to sort of put together on that, but it's definitely something that's coming through, so look out for that. Any questions, any comments, any feedback, just drop them in the comments below wherever you're watching this, whether it's on the blog, whether it's on Facebook, or just hit me a reply email if you're getting this through my email list. I'd love to hear from you. And until the next video diary entry, have an awesome rest of your day, and I'll catch up with you very soon.